That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, to a Notre Dame versus Navy in prime time edition of the Irish Show. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Yanni out as well. Notifications on. You don't miss nothing that way. Twitter, search bar, Always Irish, Always Irish Inc. Emails, always Irish ND at gmail.com. Audio only. Anywhere you want it, you can get it. If you don't want to see my stupid face, nobody blames you for that. Notre Dame on SI, you can read about it every single day there. I got something for you year round, every single day, at least one article. There's always something rattling around in my Notre Dame brain. Patreon.com/always Irish. Breaking down all the BC film, what went right, what went wrong, all that stuff. We got the chat popping Monday Night Raw. Ooh, we got a good team. Link in the description. Join and tell your friends. All right. Notre Dame Navy Week. This is my 9th year previewing this game between Notre Dame and Navy here on YouTube. And my opinion on it has not wavered or changed at all in those 9 years. I give the same monologue and the same introduction to discussing this game every single year. Let's do it for a 9th time in a row. Okay? I respect the history. I respect the camaraderie. I respect the pageantry. I respect the World War story. But I do not like the way this actual game is played. It is my least favorite Notre Dame game of the entire year, every single year. Okay? And the issue is, 9 years I've done this and started with that exact monologue. And for 9 years in a row, people go out of their way to misunderstand what I'm saying. Don't you have any respect for the troops? John, don't you know about the favor they did us in the war? You hate America. It's like, yes. The guy that goes out of his way to buy, to have Frank Leahy history books just got done reading Notre Dame versus the Klan again. Yes, I'm totally unaware of the history. Thanks for informing me. You must hate the troops. It's just like, can't you separate what I'm saying? I respect the dynamic and the visuals, seeing them in their uniforms, the respect each of us play for the other alma maters, all of that. I respect all of that. And I hate the way the physical game on the field is played. I don't know why some people can't understand how both of those can be true at the exact same time. You hate the troops. It's just, give me a break. Give me a break. So that's always my starting point here. This game makes me uncomfortable because of the way they play it, shrinking the margins, taking away possessions. You don't have as much leeway to mess around and beat Navy. And that always causes me a level of anxiety. Okay? I've also said this for 9 years in a row, and it's still never changed. Get this through your head. I don't care how much you like the Navy thing and the whole respect in America and all that. Fine. It's a lose-lose situation when Notre Dame plays Navy. It's a lose-lose situation every year. Even if Notre Dame faced a ranked Navy team, even if you did win it and you get no credit because it's just a military academy. And if you lose, you get mocked nationally nonstop and you're a national joke because you lost to a military academy. There is really no tangible benefit to this game for Notre Dame other than hope you collect another win. Okay? So, but I've just seen it too many times. It's like the Notre Dame people will pump up like a particularly good Navy team that may be ranked or whatever and watch out for this and that. You beat them, you don't get credit. It's just, it's Navy. But if you lose to them, you are a national joke for losing to a military academy. So it's a lose-lose for Notre Dame no matter what. So Those are always my things I start this discussion with. You ate the troops. It just cracks me up how people can't separate the respect for the history and the pageantry and all that stuff and the way the game's played on the field. Those are two different things. You got to be able to process more than one thing at a time. You ate America. For years, there was talk of sometimes teams having a weird physical Navy hangover the next game. If you play the next week after Navy, sometimes there's talk of a weird, unique physical hangover, not like the physicality of playing an A&M team or something, but because of the unique way Navy plays physically, there was talk that teams often have this hangover the next game, right? I think that's a thing that's going away when they started letting those guys chop block the way they always used to. Goolsby talks about just these flies on your ankles, taking out your legs, diving at you at the side of your knee. Just a nightmare. So I think some of that dynamic's starting to go away because they're not allowed to chop the way that they always were. But if you have any sort of weird Navy physical hangover, really not a good time for it, considering you're going to Pitt at noon the next week. Quick turnaround. So I really want to think that was more of a thing in the past when they were able to chop you at will, and now those rules have changed. But it's on my radar, that Navy thing, and then a day game at Pitt at noon, 11 my time. So these are all some things to think about. Now, we got that out of the way. The actual game, I see Notre Dame 25.5-point favorite, whatever. I don't know. Look at last week. You going to go by the spread? I don't know anymore. Here's the deal. If we're running with a theory, or if you're a believer in the theory, that Notre Dame was a little out of sorts against BC because they spent so much of that double off week thing preparing for Navy, well, then you better come out there and play sharp against Navy. If that's what we're going with, feel a little better about some of the inconsistencies we saw, fine. But then if that's what you were doing, then you better look good against Navy then. You can't be like, well, we were a little sluggish against BC preparing for Navy so hard and then look sluggish against BC and Navy. So you better have it together. Offensively, I looked this up. You get an average of 3 to 4 less possessions playing Navy than when you play other regular schools. You get less possessions, less opportunity to put points on the board. That means you better finish drive with touchdowns, period. You better get the ball and score touchdowns. End of discussion, end of story, period. No, your red zone issues, short yardage issues, fumbling going into the end zone, missing every single kick. No, you can't have it against Navy. They shorten the game. You're not going to get as many chances to score. You got to take advantage when you can. And if you have a few dead series where you do nothing, that's how you get into danger against Navy. Okay, you got to score 7s and every time you get the ball. This Notre Dame offense cannot stop itself against Navy. You get what I'm saying? Penalties, sloppy play, miscommunication, 3 and out, drop balls, whatever it is, turnovers. You just can't. You just can't. Run it, throw it. I don't care what you do. Just score 7 when you get the ball. I don't care. If you can't run the ball on Navy, you got problems. If you can't throw the ball on Navy, you got problems. I'm not here for it this week. I don't care which you do. Do them both. I don't care. But be effective and efficient and score 7, damn it. Defensively. It's kind of interesting. First time for Chris Ash at Notre Dame facing Navy. You know the rules. Discipline, know your job, do your job, be where you need to be, have the eye discipline, know your assignment and know the guy next to you's assignment, and everybody's got to stay focused, stay in their lane. You got to do all the basic Navy tropes. All the basic Navy tropes you've heard forever apply. Penetration is key. Blow up whatever they want to do before they get to doing it. Blow up whatever they want to do before they get a chance to do it. That penetration's always been the key to defeating Navy. You got to get in there and disrupt everything they want to do. The other thing is, if you could get Navy off schedule, that's how you really cause their offense trouble. If you let them fullback dive 3.5 yards on first down, full pitch 3.5 yards on second down, like what? And then it's third and short. If you live like that all day, you're in trouble. You got to get Navy off schedule. Get them. They're going back to do a pitch, and it's a loss of 5. The guy's doing a little fake-a-rooney to go past because that's a new thing they do pretty decent. You get back, like, it's the most basic thing of all time. So you got to get Navy behind the sticks on early downs to put them in third and long and eliminate the optionality they have to be able to do whatever. But it drives me insane whenever you play Navy. And it's like even a lame play by them is a 3.5, 4-yard gain on first down. And that's like not even a good play. Then it's third. And then they get 3 more. And then they're in third and short. Like you got to stop them on the early downs and get them behind the sticks. The QB Orvat tricky, lots of run yards. He could throw it a little bit. You just got to take care of business here and be smart. And I wonder how much Freeman, the people that were involved with being at the Notre Dame defense, defending Navy before, I wonder how much they're involved with Ash and how they're planning all this, whatever it is. But the recipe to beat Navy has been pretty consistent over time. You score touchdowns every time you get the ball. And you got to get them off schedule on early downs and get penetration. Now, I realize this particular Navy, they can throw the ball more than we're used to from 40 years ago, Navy or whatever, when that just wasn't a thing. I'm telling you, what I'm not here for is we're worried about the option. We're worried about the fullback dive. We're worried about the pitch. We're crashing downhill for all these run plays, whatever. And then, boom, you get toasted right over the middle, over the top. Our guys are biting down to stop the pitch or the run or the fullback dive or the quarterback keeper. And then he doesn't do that. And then he drops back to throw it. And a 4-foot-tall Navy guy's wide open over the middle, 50 yards, whatever. I'm not here for any of this BS this week. The BS was all at BC. I'm over it. I'm not here for that this week. Seeing the little Navy guy break loose through our soft zone and just run wild. Oh, I'm not, dude. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I am not here for this. So it would have been nice if Navy was ranked, but they got toasted by what? North Texas in the last game? So I don't know what to think. I would like to think if North Texas can beat them 31-17, Notre Dame should have no trouble. But who the hell knows? I want to just get a win, get healthy, and get out of there. That's what I want to do. And I am recording this on Tuesday before the rankings come out. So that's not a part of my discussion of seeing where Notre Dame is. And then you need to pile it on to make up ground in the, I'm doing this before those CFP rankings. So I don't know where we're at or if that makes you look at this game any different or not. I don't know. So it would have been nice if they were ranked and you could get a ranked win, but they're not. I want it over with. No injuries, win by a lot and get it over with. A part of me feels like this might be one of those games where Notre Dame either blows them out or you're in whoever's got the ball last is probably going to win situation. I don't know. I got a feeling it might be one or the other. Either Notre Dame kicks crap out of them early and often, gets off the field defensively, gets ahead by a couple scores, then Navy's in trouble. Or it's back and forth, possession. You better hope you have the ball last type deal. I am not here for that. I am not here for that. So I respect this game, but I do not enjoy the way the game is played. If you do, good for you. You're not going to change my mind. People have tried for 9 years. Oh, I got people tell me this is their favorite game of the year and all this stuff. I do not like it at all. It causes me an extra layer of anxiety and frustration. And I already exist in that world enough. I don't need any added. Respect the history, respect the game, respect the pageantry, respect the stories. And this, I just don't like the way the physical game is played on the field. Play your assignment sound defense, get penetration, score 7 when you get the ball, beat them by a lot, and then move on to that pain in the ass Pat Narduzzi that hates Notre Dame. That guy wants to beat Notre Dame. He hates us. He's a crybaby. I don't like him either. And you go there on an early noon start the next week. Get it out of the way, stay healthy, win by a lot, get ready to beat Pitt. What do you guys think?